The thug's flashlight suddenly fell under the bed, and the girl quickly turned it to the other side. Fortunately, the thug didn't notice anything was amiss. However, his accomplice seemed to sense something. He turned on the light and walked over to the bedside. The girl held her breath in fear. Even her toes tensed up to the extreme. But luckily, the thug's attention was focused on the man lying on the bed, who was their boss. It turned out that when they had snuck into the house, they were unfortunately seen by the girl's boyfriend. To protect his girlfriend, he fought desperately, disregarding his own life. Hearing the commotion, the terrified girl hid under the bed, which is why she wasn't discovered. Thinking of her boyfriend who protected her without regard for his own life, the girl couldn't stop her tears from flowing, but she didn't dare make a sound. She quickly closed her eyes, forcing the tears back. Just when the girl thought she would be trapped here forever, all the underlings were sent out to clean up the bloodstains downstairs, leaving only one person in the room to tend to their boss's injuries. Seeing the boss's serious condition, he had a sudden idea to find a way to stop the bleeding online, but accidentally knocked the girl's bag to the ground. Seeing the exposed phone, the girl saw a glimmer of hope. However, just as she was about to reach out with a stick, she ran into the thug, turning his head. The girl was instantly frozen in place, not daring to breathe. Fortunately, his eyes were entirely focused on the boss. Seeing that the thug didn't notice her presence at all, the girl decided to take a chance. She carefully extended the stick towards the bag, only to find that after touching the bag with the stick, the front end was too thick to pull it over completely. The girl sighed silently, but seeing the only hope right in front of her, she struggled internally. Noticing the thug was very focused on looking at the computer, she silently made a crazy decision in her heart. She reached out, intending to pull the bag over directly, but before she could get back, suddenly, she hurriedly retreated under the bed, praying silently in her heart that the thug wouldn't discover her. It wasn't until she heard the thugs chatting together that the girl's heart finally settled. Then, while they were still unaware of her, she quickly opened her phone to call the police. However, just as she was halfway through composing the text message, the phone ran out of battery and shut down. The girl's newly kindled hope was once again shattered, but just when she felt despair, an even more desperate situation was yet to come. At this time, the underlings found a way to stop the bleeding. They just needed to let the boss lie on the bed and lift one end of the bed, propping it up with a few books. This way, they could ensure that the heart wouldn't experience abnormalities due to insufficient blood supply. But once the bed was lifted, the girl would be discovered. She knew she had done her best and prepared to accept it all as if it were fate.